Hey guys, so today I'm doing the perfect palette tag and I was tagged by my friend Tiamo11. So the first question asks, what is the best packaging for your palette? So I got this palette recently about 3 weeks ago and I absolutely adore it. It is the Too Faced Summer Eye palette and I am in love with the ocean and I love anything to do with the ocean. So this palette is kind of like the perfect palette for me. It has some wavy detailing on it, and then it has some bright pink as well as some aqua blue, and then it has some really pretty flowers. And if you look in the flowers, it almost has like a pearl in the center of it, and then it has some starfish on it, some sea coral. The other one I'll swatch for you is called Mermaid, which is this blue right there, and I think it's a really gorgeous fun color. Kind of makes the palette. That's what it looks like swatched on my finger. And I'll just put it again on the back of my hand. It looks like that. So the other packaging I adore is this palette from Urban Decay, and it's the Mariposa palette. And I just love the butterflies on it. When I was a little kid, I was always really into anything with butterflies, and purple is my favorite color. Well, one of my favorite colors. And this is what the colors look like on it. I really love these colors. This is one of my favorites, and that's what it looks like swatched on the back of my hand. And as you can see, it's a really pigmented color. Another one of my favorites is Money, which is kind of a grayish color, but it kind of has a grayish blue tint to it, which I personally really like. I just think it makes it look more interesting. And that's what it looks like. And I'll again just swatch it on the back of my finger. So in certain lights it looks more silver toned, and then other lights it looks more gray or green toned or blue toned. So it's just a really amazing fun color to work with. Number 2, what has the best color payoff? And I would have to go for the Urban Decay Ammo palette. This is actually the old packaging, and I got it on sale for $13 at the beginning of the year because they were switching the packaging. But this is how the colors look like. Mildew right there, which is a greenish color, and it looks like that. Again, this has kind of a metallic-y undertone to it, and I think this color is so incredibly pigmented, and I'm just really into greens right now. Number 3, what is your most versatile palette? And I would have to go for this one by Sephora Pantone Universal, and it's the Shades of Nature palette, and it just has an amazing big mirror, which I'll try not to blind you with, but it has all of these colors in there. Look at it. It's amazing. It has some neutrals, some oranges, some pinks, some purples, some dark grayish and black colors, some blues, some greens, and yellow. So I'll just swatch this lime green first of all, just because I think it's a really fun, unique color, and it kind of matches the sweater I'm wearing today. And I'll just swatch that on the back of my hand. And it looks like that right there. And it's a super fun color to work with, and I just think it's a really unique color, and I don't think you'll find it on a lot of palettes. And I'll show you one of the darker colors. I'll show you this dark kind of midnight blue, almost black color. Kind of has a purple undertone to it as well, and look how crazy pigmented that is. It looks insane. And yeah, again, I just absolutely love this color, and it looks like that. Number 4, what palettes would you travel with? And I would have to go for one of these 2 palettes. They're really small. They're about the size of my hand, so they're more the size of a booklet. And this one is called the Stila Not So Nude palette, and it's really cute, and it just has these colors. They're more on the neutral side, but it does have some darker colors in there as well. This is a convertible lip cheek color, so you wouldn't have to take a lipstick and a blush as well. And then of course it has Kitten, the famous eyeshadow from Stila, in there, and it's just a shimmery champagne-y pink color, and it looks like that when it's swatched on my finger. And that's what it looks like applied to the back of my hand. Hopefully you can see it. It's a really pretty shimmery light color. The other one I would take for travel is this one, and it's one of the Rue Beauty Natural Eye 6 eyeshadow palettes, and I did get this from Jessica in our swap. And then I'll just show you what the black looks like in this palette so you can get an idea for how pigmented it is. And it's really nice as well, especially since it's not that expensive of a palette. And that's what it looks like. Number 5, what palette do you regret buying? And I would have to go for this one. And this is the first palette, or one of the first palettes that I ever got actually, and it's the Makeover Essential palette. And it's not that I don't like it, and I do use it. Like, I'm wearing the white shimmery eyeshadow on my eyes today. It's just that the packaging is a little bit funny. And as you can see, they're not really closed that well, and these little flipper things break, and so the eyeshadow does get really messy in there, and I just regret it for that reason because I don't think it's the best packaging. Swatch this bright kind of robin egg blue, which I personally really love on this palette, and yeah, it looks like that. So again, just a really light, pretty shade. 6, what has the best color names? And I would have to go for any of the Urban Decay palettes, but this one in particular. This one is the Shadow Box palette, and it has, again, really cute packaging. It has some birds on there and some roses and just some really cute details. And this is what the colors look like. They're amazingly pigmented, and it does have some neutrals down here on the bottom, but it also has a bunch of really fun, bright colors. So I like to use this a lot in the summertime. And I guess 2 of my favorite names in here are Honey, just because I think it does really look like honey, and then Shag always gets people to laugh, but I personally really like Peace, just because when I do look at that blue, it looks really tranquil, and yeah, I just think it's a really pretty color as well. But my favorite color on this palette is actually Scratch, which I guess you can see that I do kind of like pinky, coppery shades, so I'll just go ahead and swatch that for you. And that's what it looks like right there. It kind of does have a little bit of a golden shimmery undertone to it. And that's what it looks like right there. Very pretty. 7, what is your least used palette? And I would have to go for this one from Forever 21. My boyfriend got me this last Christmas, and I actually have used all of the neutrals on this palette, but I have not used any of these colors in there except for, you know, the blacks and stuff. I'll show you this shade right here, which is kind of like a cappuccino golden brown color, which is personally one of my favorites to use. And it looks like that. And I'm running out of room right here, but that is what it looks like right there. As you can see, it's a really nice color. And I will also show you this. What else will I show you? I guess I'll show you this black, so we can just compare how pigmented it is to the other ones. It looks like that, as you can see. Looks pretty pigmented, and I'll actually put it I cannot speak now. And I'll actually put it next to the other black from earlier, so I'll put it right there. Number 8, what is your most used palette? And again, I would have to go for this leopard print one that I just dropped, and then I would have to go for this one. I really do love purples, and like I said, purple is one of my favorite colors, and this is the Petal Pusher by Wet n Wild palette, so it's only about $3 or $4, and it has amazing pigmentation as well. And yeah, I just really love the colors. I will show you kind of this. It kind of is a copper color with some reddish undertones to it, and has a lot of shimmer in it, and it's just a really fun color. And it looks like that. And I will just swatch it. Where will I swatch it? And I'll just swatch it right there. So as you can see, it's a really nice pigmented color. I think this one is amazing, and it's the Comfort Zone palette. And I just feel like it looks kind of tropical and fun, and it has some really amazing pigmentation to it. Again, it's only $3 or $4. I'm just going to show you this coppery orange shade. It looks like that. And again, as you can see, bam, it's pigment. And the other one I would have to take to the deserted island is my Faced Boudoir palette. And again, I just think it's a really fun, gorgeous palette. And when you're on a deserted island, you probably don't want to be wearing that much makeup. But if you want, you could have this palette, and I think you could wear a lot of different looks. And Sugar Walls is a brown with some shimmer in it. And it looks like that right there. And it looks like that on my arm, the bottom one right there. Alright guys, so that is the end of my perfect palette tag, and I actually managed to show you each and every single palette that I own, so you got to see which palettes I have in my collection, and yeah, I am super stoked about each and every one of them. As you can see, I just think they are really, really amazing. They have some amazing pigmentation. Please click the like button and subscribe, and also leave a comment down below if you want to see any particular look with any of these palettes. Yeah, I love y'all, and I'll talk to you later.